morning. We begin this broadcast with new updates in the Aaron Pratt case. Reports have come in from police showing that Mr. Pratt has had previous charges on both anger management and on reckless driving. Now with this new evidence into play, we bring in our legal expert, Ms. Rachel Talley, and our police officer, Ms. Erin Newman. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's start with you, Ms. Talley. Do you think that this new findings will have any way in court?
I think that these new findings are a huge turning point in this case and in the courtroom. Aaron Pratt has been trying to paint this picture that the whole incident was merely an accident. However, the anger management and reckless driving charges definitely make this point a lot less believable.
Now we turn to you, officer. Now, I'm sure being an officer that you have arrested hundreds of people on similar charges.
Yes.
So how serious are these offenses that we are dealing with Mr. Pratt?
Anger management charges are somewhat common because I believe that everyone falls off the edge every now and then. But when you're talking about reckless driving, it's a very serious charge because the court views it as putting other drivers' lives at risk.
So even though this evidence is crucial for the prosecution, will it be admissible in court?
You know, I would have to say that it's a close call. It all depends on how the prosecution presents it to the judge. Now, the judge may feel that the previous charges of anger management issues and reckless driving would just be prior charges and would have no bearing in the case. But he may believe that they create a foundation for the defense, which would make them admissible.
Okay, so will the jury have any say or any effect with this evidence being brought into court?
Now, I think that if this evidence is deemed admissible, the defense has a lot of work to do. You know, as I mentioned before, the anger management charges and reckless driving definitely do more harm than good. You know, his anger management shows a reason why he would have killed Keith Thompson. It shows a motive. And the reckless driving incident reveals that his anger could have driven him to handle the car in a dangerous way.
Okay, so one more question for both of you. The president made a statement earlier this week stating that he wanted Americans to have unity, that he didn't want violence in the equation. But with this new evidence now into play, do you think that Americans will still stay true to what the president asked?
That's a very good question. I think with this new evidence, it'll be very hard for Americans not to react with some violence. As you reported earlier, wives of police officers already have made some nasty comments, and with this new information, it's only going to add fuel to the fire.
Aaron Pratt has done something horrible. I agree wholeheartedly with what Officer Newman is saying. Local officials need to be prepared for some uproar to occur.
Thank you for coming in. And so much for your comment.